The ElClásico, Spanish term that translates to the classic, a name that is given to the football contest between rival clubs Barcelona and Real Madrid. Lots at stake when these two sides clash. The two teams were going through different emotions though when they stepped onto the field. Real Madrid were high on that win over Manchester City in the Champions League. Barcelona were coming in on the back of getting knocked out of the Champions League. And even in here, the two clubs had different agendas. Madrid were aiming to increase that gap between themselves and Barcelona, whereas Barcelona were aiming to stay in the hunt for the La Liga. And we saw a high-scoring thriller at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid clinching the thriller. With this, Madrid has taken a decisive step towards lifting the La Liga. With 6 games left in the season, table toppers Real Madrid are now 11 points ahead of second-placed Barcelona. I'm not going to talk about the tactics or what went wrong. The biggest talking point coming out of this showdown was one goal. One goal that could have made the difference, especially if that goal had been allowed in Barcelona's favour. In the 28th minute of the match, Barcelona were denied a goal. Lamine Yamal's goal was disallowed by the video assistant referee, or the VAR, the point of contention now for a while here in football. The match was paused for several minutes. VAR tried determining whether the ball had crossed the goal line. But after several replays, VAR couldn't find a clear camera angle to allow the goal. Barcelona manager Javi was fuming over the issue.
Mi sensación hoy es de injusticia máxima, es decir.
My feeling is that today it has been totally unfair, and everybody has seen it. The match has not been fair. It has been unfair. That's my feeling, and I cannot lie, especially to our fans. Today it has been unfair, and everybody has seen what happened today. Yesterday, you also asked me about the referee, and I told you that I wanted him to be unnoticed and him to take the right decisions. So, he failed in both. It is a pity. What can I say? It is a reality, and it is something we should speak about. It is something to be ashamed of.
The disallowed goal raised the question of Spanish league not having the goal line technology. If they had it, it would have been easier to identify whether the ball had crossed the line or not, and it wouldn't have raised the speculations of whether that was a goal or not. In fact, the International Football Federation, or the FIFA, claims that the goal line technology can let the referee know within seconds whether the ball actually crossed the line. It uses 14 different camera angles to come up with a clear, possibly correct decision. But since the technology is so advanced, it costs a lot of money too. It requires $3.2 million to install the whole system. And Spanish League President Javier Tebas has been resolute in his intention of not acceding to this technology. He's been unwilling to pay that amount, but that's left La Liga as the only league out of the top 5 European leagues to not have this technology in place. It is disappointing that the biggest footballing battle was affected by the lack of these facilities, prompting Barcelona's goalkeeper, Ter Stegen, to label La Liga as an embarrassing league.
It's a shame that they don't find an angle to check the goal. I don't have words to describe it. They have a lot of money, but not for the most important things.
It's unfortunate. Spanish League, a league with so much history, most success in the European League, in fact, and boasting of clubs with so much fan following, doesn't have the intention or the money to spend on this technology. No wonder players are furious, because the time the goal was disallowed, Barcelona and Real Madrid were level on 1-1. The goal, had it gone in Barcelona's favour, would have given them that edge then. And in the 69th minute as well, Barcelona scored. So the 28th minute goal had stood, Barcelona would have been leading 3-1. And who knows, with a 2-goal difference and an advantage, how the match would have panned out. It might have been impossible for Madrid to make a comeback, but of course these are ifs and buts, because on the night Barcelona had the better ball position, had more aimed shots. Add that goal to this and who knows. Barcelona could have had that psychological advantage. And that 11-point difference between the two clubs could have reduced to just 5. Had Barcelona won the game, a realistic difference that could have changed Barcelona's goalpost when it comes to winning the La Liga title. But like I said, ifs and buts. Something to think about though for the Spanish football authorities. They need to ask themselves, is spending a little money on getting a foolproof system and improving the results or judgments in a game a better payoff, especially when winning a title is on the line?